It's true, bamboo bedding is dreamy to sleep on. That's why Quince aptly named their Bamboo Dream Quilt Set. Coming in 12 colors, you're absolutely going to love this quilt and 2 shams set. Starting at the softest of pinks and going all the way to a dark navy. It's going to be perfect for anyone's room. Your own, your guest rooms, your kids' rooms, maybe even back to the dorm bedding. Quince has everything you need to elevate your space, from bedding to soft organic towels, airy curtains, and premium kitchen tools designed for everyday use. And of course, as you know, Quince has gorgeous cashmere and other wardrobe essentials. And the best part, Quince's products are half the cost of similar brands. They partner with top artisans and cut out the cost of the middleman, passing the savings on to us. Thank you, Quince. And they only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, so you can feel good about your purchases from Quince. Elevate your space with home essentials from Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT.
Feeling blue today? Hi, it's Anita Joyce here with Kelly Wilkness, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks. Today we're discussing how to decorate with blue. And blue is one of the most popular colors for people to use in decor, and it is one of my personal favorites. So I am so excited to be doing this episode, and thank you, Kelly, for suggesting it.
Isn't that strange? The girl who claims not to be a blue girl suggested this episode. But hey, I don't really decorate with blue, as you all know, but I wear blue. I like blue. I can appreciate blue. And I know that 45% of males have blue as their favorite color and 35% of females. Blue is very popular, and in color psychology, blue is said to promote feelings of reliability, responsibility, and calm. So who can argue with that? All good ways to feel. And also there's an interesting science of blue. Do you know what the science of blue is, Anita?
Well, I'm not really sure what you're getting at, but let's do it.
Well, when light shines on anything, such as, in our case, perhaps a piece of furniture, the item absorbs every color in the spectrum, except one color, which is the color that you see. And because blue has a very short wavelength, therefore is the easiest color to see. So I wonder if its popularity is in that it's not only calming to your emotions, but it's also just really easy for your body and your eyes to discern. Lots of interesting things about blue. It is shown to lower your blood pressure and their heart rate, helps with sleep because it actually neutralizes the melatonin levels in your body. So it helps you get to sleep and then helps you wake up refreshed. So maybe that's why we see blue in the bedroom so much.
Oh, very interesting. Well, I do think it's very calming. It's a very beautiful color, and I've been drawn to blue for a long time, although my favorite is lavender. But blue works very well with lavender, so that works for me. I was just telling you, Kelly, that I was looking at houses because we were thinking about maybe going to something lock and leave, maybe like a townhouse or something. I don't think we're going to do that. Anyway, looking at the houses online, I've noticed a recurring theme, and that is that they are all neutral with grays and whites and creams. And so I thought, well, I guess they got the neutral memo. Which is nice because I think it's a great way to decorate. But I found a lot of the rooms to be kind of boring because there was just zero color in the rooms. I could not get over the lack of color in almost every single house that I looked at.
I think there are a lot of people decorating with just neutrals, and it is important to have even just a pop of color here and there. It's going to make your neutrals look better. Even in the garden, when I have my white garden, I do add a little, well, blue, you don't get in the garden too much, but lavender, or a purple color here and there because it makes the white look better. So your neutrals are even going to look better when you've got a little pop of color. So this episode today is for anyone who loves blue, or even someone like me who doesn't really want to decorate with blue. It's good to know about how color in and of itself will play in your home and how you can mix it in. So if everybody likes this episode, there are a lot of other colors we can cover. So we're looking forward to doing that. So let us know if you're enjoying this episode, and then we can go on to other colors like greens and reds and all the other colors of the color wheel. Speaking of the color wheel, blue is a wonderful complement to almost every other color in the wheel. And the other thing about blue, and in particular blue, as opposed to other colors like a red or a gray or something like that, there are so many shades and hues of blue, from soft and pale to bright and bold. They really run the gamut, so you can get a lot of different feelings from blue. Think about it. You can't really get a soothing red, but you can find a soothing blue. You can also find a very vibrant blue. Mm-hmm. And you can't really find a bright and fun gray, but you can definitely find a bright and fun blue.
That's true.
As well as a calming blue. So, there's just endless possibilities. And I'm so excited to cover everything that I've prepared for today. And I know Anita's also prepared so many things. So we're going to have so many variations of blue, blue items, blue paints, just... We're going to paint the town blue today.
Well, and what I wanted to mention, and you touched on it basically, is that you can add blue to your room and still have, in essence, a neutral room. So you really just kind of want to limit it to maybe 10% of the color, and it's still going to have, or maybe even 20%, it's still going to have that neutral feel. So you can dip your toe in and just add little bits of the blue, or you can dive in and do monochromatic, the entire room, the walls and everything in blue. They're both beautiful looks, and it's really just what you're going for.
The dipping in, the basically a neutral space with pops of blue. If you're not sure how to pull that off, go right to the Serena and Lily site or get their catalog and have a look. They are primarily blue. It is, more of a coastal sort of feel to a lot of their items, but you can interpret that in different ways. But you'll get the idea of how you can use different shades of blue with a primarily neutral background. Really beautifully done by taking a look at their site. So if you're not familiar with Serena and Lily, have a look. We'll link it in the show notes. And yes, you can go full on blue, really saturated, blue walls, blue velvet sofa, blues in the rug, and that can be fabulous too. Another combination of blues, because as we mentioned, blue really plays well with so many colors on the wheel. I love blue and persimmon, and I'm actually doing this in a client's home right now. And we're doing it slowly. It took 8 months for the sofa to arrive, another 6 weeks before the 2 chairs arrived. And so we've been building this room all during the pandemic, the latter part of the pandemic. So it's taken a long time, but it's coming together now, and it's so beautiful. The ceiling is soaring in this living room. It's a kind of a hard room to decorate because of that. And so I wanted to have something in there that was really going to stand up to the height of the room. And neutrals didn't just feel like it was going to do it. So we went full on. So we used sofas and chairs from Room and Board in Banks Lagoon. I'll put a link in the show notes to the particular fabric that we used. It is stunning.
Oh.
And then we're adding the persimmon in, which Banks is kind of it's sort of a dusty teal. It's not a bright teal. And I don't like pairing blues with straight up reds because you just feel like every day is 4th of July. So going a little off the red into the persimmon-y orange was really a good direction to go. It really warms it up. It's just beautiful. So I highly recommend blues, certain blues mixed with persimmon. Of course, then there's the classic blue and white, blue and yellow. There are a lot of different ways that you can combine blue with the other colors in the wheel to really great results.
Okay, well, I wanted to start with paints. And my first one that I wanted to mention is Farrow and Ball's, the Lulworth Blue. It's a soft gray blue. I'm just going to mention all. I think I just have 3 or 4 paints. So I'm going to mention all of them. And then you can get onto yours. I found an icy blue color that's a Benjamin Moore called Water's Edge. It is so beautiful. This would be beautiful on the walls of a study and the bookcase. Of course, our eternal favorite, Benjamin Moore's Hail Navy. I had to include that one, which is a navy that is just beautiful on cabinetry. And then I found a Benjamin Moore Blue Note, which is a muted navy blue. So they've added some gray to keep it from being too vibrant. So that's a nice middle of the ground blue.
Oh, they all sound so beautiful. And we'll link all of these in the show notes so you can take a look. And if it's a Sherwin-Williams or a Benjamin Moore or a Farrow and Ball, you can get a sample of any of them. Those are the companies that they work with. But I am noticing a lot of other companies are now offering the large size adhesive paint samples, which is smart. Eye paints, they're extraordinary. And some of them would actually make me a blue girl. I couldn't do it here. I'd have to just get another house to do it in, or somebody else's house. This is why it's so great to have clients, because I'm going full throttle.
What about over in your barn? No, not in the barn?
Well, it kind of has to flow, you know. I've thought about doing the barn totally differently, but I feel like it really needs to work with everything that's going on in the main house. Okay, Sea Serpent by Sherwin-Williams. It is beautiful. It's got this dark, moody tone to it. Naval, also by S&W. And then Hague Blue by Farrow and Ball. This is a dark and moody blue. It's got a deep green undertones and kind of like this steely hue to it. It's absolutely beautiful. And then cerulean blue, which is just such a beautiful word even.
Oh, yes.
Such a beautiful blue, right? It is so lovely. And that's a Behr color, so the Home Depot brand. I don't really like light blues. I really did want to do this episode, but I just stayed away from anything powdery. That just doesn't move me at all. I think it can be beautiful, but so that's why the paints that I chose to share today are really mostly in the darker realm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're going to do it, do it. If you're just going to water it down, and I know I used to hear, pick a color and then, water it down with white and then use that color on the wall. And I'm thinking, well, once you've watered it down, it's just tinted white.
Yes.
And which I just don't think really looks like much. So I'm with you. If you're going to paint the wall, if it's going to be blue, I want to look at it and know it's blue.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Yeah, nothing too wishy-washy. I mean, if you do like light blues, that is a great wall color for a bedroom, because maybe you don't want to do super dark. But I don't know. That in common spaces to me just tends to be too cool. It's hard to get a lighter blue that has a warm undertone. If you're getting warmth out of a blue, it's usually something that's got a little more oomph to it, more saturation, or a darker blue. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm ready to move on to fabrics. So I found 3 fabrics from Calico Corners. These are all beautiful. The first one is Snow Leopard Blue Jay. So think of a snow leopard, and it's just in blues and cream. And that would just be so fun upholstered on a chair. The next one is Gabled Damask Blue Ridge. And I actually have this fabric on a pillow, and it is beautiful. It's kind of a watercolor print, and that's really very soothing. And then the last one is kind of a fun animal print. It looks like an Indian block print, so it's got lions and elephants and monkeys. It's just kind of a fun print, but I think that would be fun to have some pillows or perhaps a duvet made in this fabric. And they're all blue and white or blue and cream. So they're just the 2 colors, which work so beautifully together. And that means it's going to go with a lot of different colors.
Hey, we'll be right back with the rest of the show, but keep listening so we can continue bringing you DTT. I can't stop using dupe.com. This is an amazing website, service, best friend. I absolutely love it. So you find something that you really want and it's too expensive, it's a budget buster. Then you use dupe.com and you can find almost the exact thing or very similar products for much less. So I was crushing on this incredibly gorgeous coffee table. I had it in my mind. I had it in my Pinterest boards. I had it everywhere, but I just didn't have it in my house because it was too expensive. When I learned about dupe.com, that was the first product that I tested. And boy, did I find some amazing dupes. And I purchased one. So the original was almost $3,000. And Dupe showed me many choices, all the way down to under $200. Now, you may think something this extraordinary is hard to use, but it's so easy. Just type dupe.com/ before any product URL in your browser, and boom, it instantly finds you less expensive alternatives. They even have an app and a browser extension you can download. No account required, no sign up required. It's completely free. That's completely free free to use. Stop wasting your money on brand names and start saving with dupe.com today. Okay, I didn't really bring too many fabrics to the table today, although my favorite pine hollyhock does come in a blue color wave, and I can link that in the show notes as well. It is stunning in the blue. I mean, that's such a classic fabric. Again, will never go out of style. I talked to you already about the room and board sofa that I got for my clients. That'll be linked in the show notes. Frontgate has just started a collection with House Beautiful. I don't know if anyone's noticed that. And they are very Serena and Lily like in their color palette. Lots of neutrals, lots of wicker, lots of rattan, lots of texture, and these lovely touches of blue. They have a Louisa garden stool that's hand painted. It's beautiful. And you know we love a garden stool in any color or any room, really. They work everywhere. This could be inside or outside. I think you're going to love it. It's absolutely stunning. It has a really lovely all over pattern to it in several shades of blue. There's it's new to me, but I thought it was new overall, company called Woven Home, WOVN. So drop the E, Home. And it's like Barn and Willow in a sense. It's another young woman who has started this drapery company. Her linen is so beautiful, Anita. I just got a set of samples from them, and the textured blue that you can use for the drapes kind of is like a chalky, steely blue, and it's heathered in a sense because the other colors are coming through. The texture of it is so beautiful. It's so Belgian. It's so 100% linen. It feels so good. If I was going to do blue drapery, this is what I would use. I have the sample right in my hand. It's luscious. So we'll have the link to Woven Home in the show notes as well. Maybe you want to order yourself some samples. I think it was maybe $5 for a few, but they're come in the small little cards. Can't make any pillows out of those. like my other cheat that I told you guys about. Kate and Laurel, we love their trays. The lacquered tray we have mentioned before. They have a hexagon one in navy now that is so stunning with the gold handles, really gorgeous. And I know I just talked to you guys in the last episode about these peony plates. So you know I'm missing my peonies from my garden in Southampton because I can't stop thinking about them. These peony bowls and snack plates by a company called Cascada, I think it's Caskata. They're so beautiful. They're rendered in white and just a dark blue, almost a navy, but the peony is, again, just painted on there so beautifully, so lush, beautiful little pieces that you could add in with your white dishes that you could use on the table, or you could just use for condiments or something like that. They're that kind of nice size. And another way I thought about using blue is kind of unexpected in your fireplace. So you can get the shards of glass in gorgeous shades of blue. They come in all shades from powdery blue to really saturated teal. So if you've got a gas fireplace and you want to change out the log set, or you don't have anything in there right now, or even if you have a fireplace that doesn't work like mine, you can just fill it with the glass pieces. You can buy them on Amazon. They come in bags. Believe me, you're going to need more bags than you think you need, but order what you think and you can always add more. And you can also mix the colors, which is really beautiful. I first saw this, Peter and I were staying at a hotel down in Laguna Beach, and we went to the restaurant for dinner, and you walk down and the first thing you saw, and this was many years ago, like before I had seen this anyplace else. So I always remember how I was like blown away because the fireplace was so huge and it was white. And then inside were all these beautiful glass shards, like it was sparkling because of the flames. And I thought to myself, if we ever do an outdoor fireplace, I'm going to use those, but not blue. But so I have done that here for our outdoor fireplace. And then I've done it for the indoor fireplace too, but I use gold and white or clear mixed. But the blue is stunning.
Sounds wonderful. Well, I wanted to mention a few rugs I found. And, Oriental rugs in blue, that's kind of a new thing because the rugs used to be mainly in reds if you go to traditional Oriental rugs.
Yeah.
But blue is such a hot decorating color now that there are a lot of blue rugs available really just in the last 5 years. It's a fairly new thing. But I found the amphora rug. It's a rifle paper pattern with blues and kind of tan and cream. Really pretty and just a very fun pattern. And then also it's a hand-woven Haven indoor-outdoor rug. And this one is, most rugs have a pattern that repeats itself, and this does not repeat. This one is more like a wall mural. So there's 3 trees that kind of go up and swirl about, and there are leaves everywhere, and
oh, how interesting,
and some birds. And this kind of has more of a let's see, I'm trying to think what kind of blue I would call that, but it's a very soft blue background, and this one is really pretty, and it's got very muted persimmon color there. So yeah, that might work for your client.
Yeah, we need a rug. I'm going to have to check out your rugs.
I have a blue and white flat woven rug that's kind of a geometric pattern in my bathroom. That's really comfortable and very nice, and then a blue and white in that has several shades of blue in it in my bedroom. So I'll share both of those. Because those are some of my very favorite rugs.
Excellent. And they're tried and true because you already have them in your house. That is so great.
I found a collection of pillow covers by Tribal. It's called Tribal Collection on Etsy. And these are from Thailand. And they have all these different patterns in these indigo blue colored pillows. Really pretty. And each one is a little different. And to just kind of pile them up on a sofa, I think would be beautiful. Then there's a duck egg blue and chartreuse throw. And this is from Safavia. And I'm really thinking about getting one of these because I love the combination of that green with the duck egg blue.
That is a great green with blue because a typical straightforward green sometimes doesn't work really nicely with the blue because they're kind of too close.
Yes.
But the chartreuse, I think, is terrific because it's kind of a rift off the yellow.
Yes, it's a very yellow green, absolutely. Yeah, so I don't know. Well, in the picture, it almost looks mustardy, but I think it's more of a chartreuse in person. But yeah, that's really pretty. I'm thinking about getting one of those. And then I found some beautiful curtains from West Elm. These are both in the ocean color, and they have them in a beautiful simple linen, and then a cotton velvet. So they really both look beautiful. So I think those would be very fun if you want to go with blue. And of course, I have to include my blue appliances that I have: the Russell and Hobbs blue toaster, the Russell and Hobbs blue tea kettle, and then I also have a blue mixer on my counter to go with those. Russell and Hobbs does not make a mixer, so I found it's a different brand, but I'll include the link to the one I have. And then just for fun, I included Spode Italian dishes, which come in blue and white. So if you don't have any blue and white dishes, I think everyone needs some blue and white dishes. And like you said, the blue and white, to display around your house just goes with everything. It's such a classic. And one other thing I wanted to mention, if you want to go all the way, and I mean all the way, where the whole room is blue, and you're looking for some inspiration, I will include a link to some Pinterest boards that have blue monochromatic rooms where the walls are blue and everything in the room is blue. And I think it's a very fun thing to do. I certainly would not do my entire house this way, but if you had one room you wanted to do this way, I think it would really be stunning and beautiful.
I agree. And especially if it was a darker room as far as access to natural light, you could just make it such a wow with the deep blues.
Yes.
I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. I really had fun doing a deep dive into blue. So let us know if you liked it. And if you did, let us know what color you'd like us to cover next. So Anita, what are we defining today?
8-way hand-tied. And we hear this all the time, and I wasn't really sure what exactly it meant, but it's the springs that are used in upholstery furniture when each spring is tied in 8 directions by hand, securing the springs inside the frame. So that's what it means. It just means that it's hand tied in 8 directions.
That is such good information to know, because when you're buying upholstered pieces, it's really hard to know what you should be looking for. I know we've done an episode or 2 about buying sofas online and things like that, and included what you should be looking for. But these are key terms. I think that is great information. Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm. So what's your crush?
Okay, so everybody loves to get a pedicure, I'm sure. Sometimes it's hard to carve out the time, or you don't want to spend the money, and there's not such great options at home. But I found something, an electric foot callus remover. So you don't have to rub with a pumice stone. It is such a great little tool just to have in your cupboard, in your bathroom cabinet, and take it out every once in a while, especially when sandal season is coming upon us.
Is it a little grater? Is that what it is?
You charge it up. You just kind of hold it. You don't have to rub back and forth. It just does its job on its own. It just whirls around. I suggest, because, we need, obviously, if you're removing something, something's coming off. So you might want to sit out on the steps or somewhere on an outdoor area, so you don't have to then vacuum up.
We're not to sit
foot
on your sofa while we're doing this.
I would not sit on your blue velvet sofa while you do that.
No. So my crush is my Mother's Day gift I got this year, which is Suzanne Kasler's Timeless Style book, and it's a big, heavy hardcover book. It was actually from 2013, but still such classic, beautiful rooms in there. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I've looked all the way through it, and I'm going to be sitting down when I have some more time to actually read it. I just kind of flipped through to look at the pictures, but that was thoroughly enjoyable, and it's just been so fun reading the book.
She does great work, and I agree. Very classic, timeless, really.
That's the title, Timeless Style.
Well, there you go. I agree. So thanks so much for hanging out with us today. And remember, we are here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time. Want to talk to us? Well, we really want to talk to you. So let's schedule a design consult. Anita and I are here to give you individualized, actionable advice on how to create the beautiful home you want and deserve. It's so easy to schedule a design consult with us. Simply click the link in the show notes or head to decoratingtipsandtricks.com/consult. When we talk to you on the scheduled time, we will be ready with so many great tips, advice, and yes, tricks. So sign up today for a design consult. We can't wait to talk to you.